So, a quick little introduction to Twitter and how I use it. I've set up my profile. As you can see, I've put my name, but I've also given myself a Twitter handle that's a bit more relevant to my role here. And I've also put a little blog introduction into what I do and what interests me. And once you've set up your profile, you've got the button here, Edit Profile, so you can click on it and you can actually change your name here and also the introduction bit here. The Twitter handle you can change, but I'll show you how to do that in a minute. What I will do then is, if I click on the home, I have followed people that interest me, that have work in the same role as me in different schools, what have you, so I can actually see what they're doing, what they recommend, etc. So if I just stroll down my feed, I can actually see what people have been uploading this week. For example, it's all about coding because it's the coding week, so I can see what this person here is doing. So I know they're using Swift Playground or what have you, which is an app, so I can look at see what they're actually doing there. I'm also following like Cognito School, so I can see Ishmik in Vietnam, what they're actually doing. I use it a lot just to get ideas. A lot of the time I don't actually read things. I just scroll down and I might see an image that catches my attention. Minecraft and education, a lot of the students using Minecraft, so I'll actually go and have a look into how we can maybe implement that here. This looks like it's something to do on Scratch. So I basically just get ideas, keeps me up to date on what's going on in my subject, things that are relevant in time, especially with technology. What I'll also do is I'll search hashtags. So in the search Twitter, I'll click on a hashtag and I write EdTech in, and it will basically search everything that's to do with educational technology, whether it be people at the top. So I can find, this is one of the first things I did, is I just searched EdTech and I basically followed everyone. As you can see, I'm following all of these people here. What I recommend is you follow nearly everybody to do with your field to start off with, and then just start sieving out people later on as you find that they're not actually contributing or there's nothing that they're posting that's interesting. Photos, I can search EdTech photos. This is a great way to find posters that you can actually put up on the wall in your classrooms. Book creator poster there, elements of a digital classroom. These are resources that people are willing to share and they don't mind people using them. So by all means, use them. I mean, it only makes our life easier. Top then is just maybe top posts in the last 2 or 3 days. How to add hour of code to your classroom. This week's all about coding for me on my feed. Another one you can search, for example, is EAL. So you can search EAL, and it's exactly the same. Then there's some pictures again. Look at the pictures. Here's a nice little board you can maybe put up in the classroom, and just go through it. You'll start to see the same people popping up, and obviously then they're the people that you can start to follow. We look at photos. We can also look here what they're actually doing. They're even doing the code, like there's coding this week, so there's coding in EAL that we can introduce it. I mentioned you can actually change your Twitter handle. To do that, you just click on your profile, go to settings, and you can actually change it here, how you're actually seen on Twitter. If it doesn't let you, it has to be a unique thing. I've just got WhatsApp. You have to be a unique username, so people can't have the same username. So that's why I had to play around to actually find one that was available. Home, and that's my back to my wall then, my actual feed. One thing you do, if you do post, let me just show you some of the posts I've been doing lately. If you can use the hashtag Cognitoway, so it's hashtag Cognitoway. You can see Linda's joined, so you've got hashtag Cognitoway. I've done the Stanford tweets one just for the next 12 days, so we can actually follow what people are doing. So I know we're early, we're only a day in, but we can actually see, if I go to later, we can see what teachers are actually involved. Ivy's got on board, Linda, and also you can see other schools are actually joining us as well, so you can actually see what other schools are doing within the group. Going back to what I was actually tweeting about in general, I try and share good practice, things that I think that we're doing that maybe other schools, not just in the Cognito group, but in other schools can actually borrow maybe. I mean, I've taken a lot of resources off Twitter, so I'm at a stage now that I feel I'd like to give a bit back. So yesterday we were at Disneyland and it was to do with STEMing. I've posted stuff about the Code Week, 12 Days of Twitter. I'm retweeting. These are teachers who are in the same role as me in Singapore, so I'd obviously want to support them where they've helped me. About the Skype fund, last week was all about the Skype-a-thon. Here we are, I'm just sharing something that the kids did in class. If you look at the photos, I try my best not to put a picture of the student so you can't actually identify them. And by doing that, as you can see, I've actually changed the angle where I've taken the picture. Let me just find some more pictures for you to give you an example. What you can do as well is you can put emojis. Let me see if I've got one with an emoji on it. So again, you can't actually tell who the students are. It's hard, but try your best just to find. I know it's not ideal, but it is what it is. Here we go, back to the students. I have posted emojis on students' faces before. The VR goggles are great because they hide their faces for you. I can't find one now, typical. Here we go, I put an emoji there, but I would actually put that on top of a student's face. Here you got this one. So hiding the girls' faces, I just put an emoji. And that's about it. I keep saying to people about Twitter's great for professional development. There's loads of stuff I've got off it, and I still do now. Stuff like just at the top, there's stuff on Seesaw and how we can actually use Seesaw for coding. So I don't use the word stealing, but it is pretty much I'm stealing ideas that I see and seeing how we can implement it here. If you've got any questions, let me know. Keep tweeting, hashtag #StampForTweets and hashtag CognitoWay, and we can just see what each other are doing in the next 2 weeks. Just leading up to Christmas, I thought it would be a great way that we can actually get into it together, and that's it. So great, have a good week, and thank you very much.